Now, this is the section that makes a massive, massive difference, because this is the orders and the ways you remember those orders, and the orders are what get you the actual points. So we're going to go through this section step by step. As an overview, these are going to be the big ones, and then at the end, I'm actually going to go give you the orders that you should consider for the different types of patients. So if it's a cardiac case, if it's a pulm case, if it's a neuro case, what you should do. Okay, so the first one is camo. So camo is, I think of this, I grew up in the South. A lot of people wear camo, and so I think of it as you walk into every room wearing camo. And so cardiac, ACC, morphine, and oxygen. Now, cardiac is cardiac monitoring EKG, and you actually saw this earlier. Whenever I typed EKG, it actually pulls up cardiac monitoring and EKG. Similarly, ACC gives you AccuCheck, which is basically a finger stick glucose and an IV access. Morphine, you can place morphine, and a lot of patients, it's okay if you give them morphine here, or you just give them Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever. And then oxygen, if you type in oxygen, you get 3 orders. You get oxygen therapy, pulse ox, and blood gas. Let me just show you what this looks like. So you come here and you type EKG, you type in ACC, and you type in oxygen. So what you do is confirm orders. Whenever you confirm, you'll see cardiac monitor and a 12-lead EKG. So if you click on both, you'll confirm both of those. So you just knocked out. You don't have to search everything. You can search it by one fewer click. Similarly here, you have IV, and then you have glucose. And then oxygen, you can do oxygen therapy, blood gas, and pulse ox. And so now you have all of these very, very important orders already lined up by just searching for things. The next one that I remember is 3C, 2U, PLT. And PLT as in like platelet, but not actually platelet. But if you want to get it, it helps you remember to think coax. So 3C is CBC, CMP, chest x-ray. 2U's is UA and urine drug screen. And then PLT is pregnancy, lactate, TSH. And then once again, if you want to get platelets, you can always add those, but these are basically the ones that I get for every single person, even if I am not thinking about that person at all. And I'll show you a secret on how you can shortcut this by actually copying and pasting in a little bit. But these are the very, very big ones that you should absolutely order almost for everyone, just because you'll pick up things that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. For example, there are cases of patients, even pediatric patients, that come into the hospital not feeling well, and then you do a urine drug screen and you see cocaine. And so stuff like this happens all the time. And so ordering this on every single patient, very, very helpful. And then there's various case dependent ones. And as you read the case, if you have this copy pasted, which I'll show you how to do for exam day, then you can also just add additional ones with your initial bulk order set. And so if someone looking infectious, you'll get blood culture, you'll get urine culture, you can do RVP, things of that nature. Fluids is another one, very important for a lot of patients that are coming in. The only thing with fluids is you want to be a little careful, because if they have a bunch of pulmonary edema, or they have a right-sided or left-sided STEMI, you don't want to give them fluids. And so you have to be a little careful in who you're giving fluids to. And then drug level. So the other one that I'll get with drug, oftentimes if you just type in drug, is you can get urine drug screen and serum drug screen just to help rule it out. For cardiac stuff, you want to get troponin, BNP, even a CHF one, or a clear acutely decompensated heart failure, or even if it doesn't sound acutely, just get the troponin, just because you don't want to lose these easy points. And it sucks if you try to use too much of your clinical knowledge and they're not using it. And so now you're losing points because they are less sophisticated than you are, obviously. Now, the next one I like to use is my admitting orders, which is AIDLOVE. So activity. So if you type in activity, you can tell what kind of activity. IV fluids, we already talked about, but if you haven't done IV fluids, you want to probably give them at least a bolus. Diet, you can determine the diet. Typically, the diet one that's most important is if they're about to go pre-op as well. And so, signifying that they should be NPO. One that is very, very commonly missed is the low molecular heparin. And so you want to do DVT prophylaxis, and then you can do ins and outs. And so you want to type in ins and outs, vitals, and then If they need additional tubes, then you can place tubes, right? Foley, things of that nature. Surgical orders, also very, very important. A lot of the cases will need to go for surgery or consulting surgery. And so the one I use is TPN ACSF. And so T is type in screen. P, I think of it as basically coag, so PTT, PTINR. N is NPO. A is antibiotic. Oftentimes you can just do like cefazolin. C is consent. Very, very important. Surgery name, which is like what procedure. And oftentimes you'll have put in this procedure thing first and it'll end the case. As soon as you put in some orders, it'll automatically end the case. And so then in those final 2 minutes, not only are you trying to do preventative health stuff, you're trying to get in all of these other orders that they'll need for surgical and then fluids. Now, for the last 2 minutes, a lot of times the vaccines, the patients are pretty up to date on, but you want to just make sure that you don't miss this. And so it's very easy to just type in vaccine. And if you type in vaccine, it'll pull up all the vaccines. And what you do is you just think about it for pneumococcal. You want to get that for patients above 65 or have the right risk factors. You want to get the meningococcal, the influenza, shingles, Tdap. Basically like influenza, Tdap. I get it on everyone, even if they say their vaccines are up to date, just because I don't want to lose points. And then counseling. The biggest ones that you can get points for, there are a lot of counseling that you can like do, but they'll say they got a colonoscopy or their mammograms all up to date. But the biggest ones are smoking and alcohol cessation, because these are like common risk factors for a lot of the cases. And so you lose points if you don't include them. And so you absolutely want to do this. Safe sex is also very important for a lot of the young patients that say that they occasionally use condoms and things of that nature. And so basically having your butt covered with that counseling, oftentimes the order for that, we'll get to it, is advise or instruct. And then seatbelt use is a good one. But pap smears, mammograms, colonoscopies, DEXA scan, these are just like the age appropriate ones you want to think about. Now, a lot of this stuff is like things that you want to be, you're aware of, but you see the case and you just like forget an order. And so important to just do cases of this, and that's where StudyCCS is very good. One thing that's really important whenever you're doing cases is once you figure out the platform, it's actually more important to do cases quickly because you're just trying to get the reps in. You don't really care about how you do on your practice as long as you're ready for test day. And so one thing that we have here that I think is actually very helpful is the speed order game. And what this does is it allows you to pick a patient here and you can write it. And you'll see a lot of the information. So it just basically saves you time on the case because you don't have to go through the whole flow. And then you place a bunch of orders. You do CBC, CMP, CMP, and you get all these orders. Then you hit reveal diagnosis. The diagnosis pops up and then you put in more orders. So put in all of the orders that you could possibly do. And so what it does is it trains you on how to group your orders very closely so that you get very good at putting in all the orders. What you want to do is, for a lot of these cases, you want to get in the habit of putting in a lot of these orders very quickly and just not missing them. So for cardiac cases, troponin, BNP, echo, lipids, A1C, aspirin, heparin, nitro, beta as in beta blocker, you can type in metoprolol, statins, cath, cardiology consult. So these are the big ones for cardiac ones. For infections ones, there's blood cultures, urine cultures, sputum, wound, CSF, lumbar puncture. You can always consider if they're not getting better or if you have a very high suspicion. If someone has like very clear young person that comes in with meningitis, you also want to think about prophylaxis for other people. And so advising about that is also an important order. So if you type in advise, then it'll say basically like contact precautions effectively for like family members and friends. Vancomycin, ceftriaxone, piperacillin. I typically would do vanco and cefepime because they're easy to spell. And if you type in vanco and cefepime, they show up. Piperacillin, you misspell it. You don't want those kinds of problems. For GI, stool. If you just type in stool, it'll pull up a bunch of them. So you can get so many stool studies by just typing in stool and then click on C. diff stool, culture, ova and parasites. lipase, LFTs, CT abdomen, ultrasounds. You'll order a lot of ruckuses, actually. Just because if someone's complaining of pain there, you'll get the ruckus, it won't show anything, and you'll get the CT scan too. But it's helpful to do the ultrasound just because you don't want to lose points for that. Type in screen, NPO, GI, and if you need to do something, you want to call a surgery consult. For POM, albuterol, ipratropium, I would do steroids, D-dimers, CT chest, sputum, intubation, mechanical. Another thing here, we'll go into this, but if you're going to intubate someone, you need to have an intubate order, a mechanical ventilation order, and an oxygen order. Oftentimes, if they're hypoxic, you'll have already slapped on the oxygen, but you don't want to miss these two. For neuro, you want to get a CT head and a CT angio, MRI, alteplase, a swallow eval, lipid A1C, coags, neurology, aspirin. And then OB-GYN, you want to think pregnancy, ultrasound, RH, magnesium, labetalol, methotrexate, OB consult, psych, urine drug screen, alcohol, suicide. You want to also make sure you call your consult. And so you're seeing this, but with psych, sometimes you even want to just put in a social work consult because it can be very helpful. SSRIs, benzos. So, and then lastly, you have your endocrine metabolic ones. And a lot of patients, I'll get the TSH. That's a part of my 3C2U PLT. And so it's helpful to get, and it's something that I would forget frequently. And so I included it in just like my system of how I would shotgun a lot of the orders. But these are the other orders. So we've gone through all of the orders, and you can always refer back to this and check it out later.